Well, I'm here at the Bolton Window Trail, or sorry, Duxbury Window Trail, and running late as usual. It's almost 3 p.m. Daylight is fading, and I'm getting ready to haul my 50-pound pack and my small dog out for a couple nights of camping. The dog sitter was sick, so I'm bringing Dusty with me. I am going to be carrying some extra stuff. I'm gonna make like a little mini space blanket tarp hot tent for him. Throw some hot water bottles in to keep him warm while I set up camp. And yeah, just had to carry a lot of extra stuff. So I have a gigantic pack. I have set up a pulk. I did that last night. And it looks like there's enough snow to drag it along behind me. It is proving to be quite challenging hauling this pulk with 50 pounds in it up this very steep hill. I realize that you probably can't tell how steep this is, but this is the Long Trail in Vermont, known for its straight ups and downs. I have a feeling it's going to be quite dark when I get to my campsite. Wish us luck, right, Dust? Dusty's very excited right now. That's probably going to change when he finds out we're spending the night, and the next 2 nights. We'll see. Oh my God. So, I spent, wow, it was a frickin' serious workout hauling that pulk with the pack up here. I mean, it was pretty steep most of the way. And when I did the hike in the summer, it was so easy, but pulling the pulk with 50 pounds, it was just frickin' hard. It was uphill most of the way. I don't know if it was worth using a pulk. But I can tell you that I'm freaking hungry, and boiling or heating snow, melting snow with an alcohol stove is a pain in the ass. It took me forever to get my dinner, which is this Three Sisters stew. It tastes like nectar of the gods. I'm sure it's not, but it sure does taste like it right now. Took me a long time. Built a fire pit, split a bunch of wood, which is almost gone. There's a lot of wood and it's almost gone. And basically by the time that I sat down, the wood was, the fire was burning low, and Dusty was being very needy. Little tropical dog out in the snowstorm. He didn't care for it too much. So I have a pouch and he's on my lap, buried under some quilts, his own little quilt. I don't know if you can see it. But he's buried in that pouch on my lap, and he seems to be sleeping quite nicely. So I'm gonna get back to my Three Sisters stew and enjoying this winter scene. It's been some strange loud knocking on wood sounds, like drumming on wood sounds. Kind of gives me the willies. I heard Shug talking about that. He thinks it's Sasquatch. Wouldn't surprise me. I growled at it. I can make some pretty scary sounds when I need to. Gotta look like a Sasquatch myself with this big old beard. Yes, sir. It's important to wear warm stuff when you go to bed in the winter. I mean dry. So I'm wearing a dry, fresh layer. I've got my Enlightened Equipment booties on. They're synthetic down, but they compress really small. Unlike my Mountain Hardwear puff, which is synthetic and does not compress down that small. Anyway, they're quite warm, and yeah, I got some like military Air Force fleece pants on and a fleece shirt that takes up a lot of room in my pack, but it's nice and soft and warm. It's too warm to wear at home. And Dusty is in his sleeping bag, sleeping on top of me right now. You know, when I get in the hammock, I gotta finagle him around, and by the time I get situated and then I can actually relax, which is now, after over an hour. I gotta pee. And I won't for a while, and then I'll get cold, and then I'll finally get out and pee, and then I might go to sleep. And the thing on my nose is a Breathe Right nasal strip, because I am a side sleeper, and when I sleep on my back in the hammock, which is great, I start snoring, so I have to wear these to sleep. Anyway, I'm psyched to be actually laying down and not in some awkward position or trying to shuffle Dusty around without squashing him, and all my extra gear. The shelf in the war bonnet's great, but you can only put so much stuff in it, and it all starts falling down on top of you. And it's also just like, I don't know, it makes a wall there. Good God. Anyway, good hammock. I got the Wookie on, 0 degree Wookie. Instantly warm when I get in. Nice. It's about 15 degrees outside right now, and I hope to sleep well tonight. Oh, good morning to you. Say good morning, Dusty. Blink. Oh, I did not sleep well last night. Ooh. It got windy, and also, that wasn't really the problem. The problem really was that I didn't put the strip on my nose right, maybe? Or it just didn't work. And usually it does, but it didn't work. And I kept snoring and waking myself up like every couple minutes. And that sucked. So finally at 12:30, was it 12:30? No, 6:30. I went to bed. I got to sleep initially somewhere around 12:30, I think. I woke up at 6:30, nice and warm, toasty warm in here. The hammock was all frosted up inside. I had a cloth by my face, like travel towel. It was soaking wet. put it over my quilt, so maybe that wouldn't get soaking wet. Anyway, there was frost all inside around the head end of the hammock, and even from the stomach up, really. So I wiped that down and shook it off outside, and that actually worked. It's dry in here this morning with I think it heated up enough so that the remaining frost just was moisture and evaporated. But
blah 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 blah.
So finally I rolled over and slept on my side, which I can do in this hammock. And it's all right, you know. It's not. I prefer to just sleep on my back, but I could definitely sleep on my side, and that worked. And I slept until almost noon. Right, Dust? Yay! What's it like out there?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Get my little heat reflecting tarp over there. That's where we sit by the fire. Works pretty well. We've spent the day hanging out, trying to boil some water. And oh, son of a biscuit. Once again doing the Bolton or the Duxbury window trail without actually hiking up to the window. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, which is the new way for winter in Vermont. Guess I shouldn't call it new. It's been getting progressively more that way over the past several years, but I used to ski all winter, and now it just rains so much that it's kind of amazing to be out here in this and actually have a fair amount of snow. But I think we're gonna stay another night, and we're just gonna have to get up early and haul butt out of here before it starts raining. So I will busy myself getting firewood together and starting to melt some snow. There's the water right there, and I do have a water filter with me. but I'm just not sure. I thought I had thoroughly dried the water filter, and last night when I came across it, I could see that there was condensation inside of it, which means that it wasn't probably thoroughly dry and it could have frozen because it was in my pack all day. So boy, I sure would hate to wake up with a case of diarrhea in the winter snow here. I can imagine all sorts of possibilities with that. Oh, wouldn't want to have diarrhea in my war bonnet. So, melting snow, I think it's going to be bugs and twigs and pieces of dirt and whatever else. It's surprising to me how much stuff is in the snow. I started eating that Three Sisters stew, which just was absolutely fantastic when I was starving yesterday. And I really enjoyed it tonight too, but it was just lukewarm because I made the whole bag thinking I was going to eat the whole bag, and then I didn't. So tonight I warmed it. It was frozen solid. I warmed it by putting the bag next to the fire, melted the top of the bag closed. Anyway, I got it lukewarm. I ate it that way. I feel sufficiently fed. You know, if I wasn't working my butt off and out here in the freezing cold, it might not. But I was happy with it, so yay. And having some Newman's Own ginger tea right now. Ginger turmeric tea. That's a good tea to warm you up on a cold night. Managed to melt enough snow for dinner and one Nalgene bottle full. Well, I should probably try to melt another Nalgene bottle, but we'll see. I know, I just want to relax. For dessert, I am having the fig hazelnut pasté. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's not paste, I'm sure about that. Fındık incir ezme by Miskos. Now this is from Turkey, but Miskos certainly looks Greek to me. Anyway. For all you who like to watch somebody eat, I find it extremely annoying. I've been warned to chew slowly due to pits. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I do. Something different. Thanks, Jan. I also don't like talking with my mouth full, but I'm doing it right now. So, cheers. I'm gonna eat the rest without you watching me. Okay then, bye-bye. Let's see if I can do this from a distance. Look, Coco, I'm bushcrafted. Yep. Oh joy. I've had two double cups of ginger turmeric tea. Lovely. And that poo that I did not take this morning has just decided
Needs to come out.
talk about your inconvenient timing. Ay, ay, ay. I dug a hole already, so that's good. Gotta like that, at least. Especially if you're gonna go hang your butt out in the single-digit weather and at night when you're ready to go to bed. Son of a biscuit. That is one of the unpleasant things about winter camping. Yep. It's not so bad during the day, but at night when it's extra cold and you'd really rather just go to bed, it stinks. It's gonna stink worse than a it. Okay, so I woke up, well, I didn't sleep well at all last night again. Why? Because I chose not to poop because it was so cold and I just didn't want to deal with it. It was about 7 degrees last night. It was about 7 degrees and yeah, I was just tired and cold. So went to bed, couldn't sleep, stayed cold because when you gotta go to the bathroom, it makes you cold. So I busted out some hand warmers and put them around and basically just stubbornly refused. And my plan was to get up this morning early at 8 o'clock, which is early for me, pack up camp and get out of here and poop and then get out of here. Probably eat a quick breakfast because it's supposed to rain at 2 o'clock. Well, I woke up and it's raining, and right now it's almost stopped, which has only been in the past few minutes, and it's picking up again. Oi. That's a problem. Luckily we don't have that far to go, but oi, a mile in this weather towing a sled is not gonna be fun. So anyway, I put it off until now. I've been snoozing a lot because I finally got to sleep probably around 6 o'clock this morning. It's 10. I should have just pooped. And it's raining again. Well, that's all part of the deal. It's all part of the deal, right, Dusty? Dusty's like, you crazy human. Why do you drag me out here like this? Eh? What you doing there, Dusty? You don't look so psyched there, buddy. I am just finishing packing up the warm bonnet. I love this hammock. It's a little technical in a way, but I guess hammocking in general is hammocking. How do you say hammocking? Wee. Here we've got my homemade oatmeal, which is really hot granola. We've got some Medaglia d'Oro there. I'm enjoying a hot breakfast that I was planning on not having, and it's starting to rain. Yep, well, a little comfort, a little warm, a little warmth. Is something I felt needed. Dusty had a hot breakfast also, so that was good. For my granola / oatmeal, what I did is I took a bunch of oats and heated up some coconut oil, mixed that in with the oats, cinnamon, diced up apples, that's mine, diced up apples, and nuts and maple syrup. And then I put it in the oven to kind of dehydrate it because it had gained some weight. Oh yeah, and I put some coconut milk powder in it too. It's quite tasty. A little unusual. It's like pretty much like hot granola, but it's working. Today I put 3 teaspoons of Medaglia d'Oro in my, I think this is a 550 milliliter cup. Just about perfect. Probably could have gone with 4 teaspoons. Well, I'm gonna put the phone away and focus on breakfast. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The rain has stopped. We're packed up. This is my fire pit from last year. It was an old fire pit that I just kind of rebuilt. Water looks so good. It's amazing how much scudge is in melted snow. Dusty, no, this way. Come, this way. Easy. But I felt like getting down there was gonna be sketchy. I could have done it for sure. A lot of it was just laziness, pure laziness. Thing I like about hiking in the winter is you definitely get to see things that you don't see in the summer. Like coming up over the hill and seeing the mountain there. I've not seen that before. I just came from back that way. There's the polk. It's only about a third full this time, which I'm liking much better. It's much more manageable. And there goes the polk, trying to slide down the hill. Got to put a rudder on this thing. It's the problem going solo. Dusty usually walks between Coco and myself, but there is no Coco, so he just runs around. I should have put him on the leash and I forgot. Now it's packed. Sugar McDougal's. It's always something. At least it's not raining. It's a beautiful day. Well, I was trying to come down this hill and tried to go up and around the log, but the polk kept sliding under the log. So luckily there's a little snowbank there and I could just set it loose. I'll probably just hand pull it down to the bottom of this big hill here. Dusty's waiting patiently. Good boy, Dust.
Do svidania. For once I am lollygagging in positive manners. For benefit of all comrades. Oicha.
I decided to sit and have breakfast, which I wasn't gonna do. We both had a warm breakfast. Dog poo in the trail, not cool, people. Ew. So, we had warm breakfast and coffee. Dusty did not have coffee. And the rain stopped right as I took the tarp down. It ended. So, awesome. I'm the last person here. There's no more room to sign. We have successfully ended. All right, so overall the polk was good with the weight divided and actually wearing the pack. Let's see, I've got the pack, and yeah, with about half the weight in it, it was pretty manageable. It wasn't bad going down the hills. Definitely would like to put a rudder on it. And if I was not going up steep hills, I would definitely load it up, but it was tough going up those hills. Anyway, kind of like the Polk, not 100% sold on it, not for here, but we'll see. Okay then.